whatever, sometimes you can like talk to your judge ahead of time.
Yeah. I will say, like, I've never had to deal with that. Like, every time we've had hand release push-ups, it's been in a qualifier. So then, like, your video's just getting reviewed, and then you're pretty much, like, told, like, hey, like, you got this deducted, and no really reason why. So, but.
You know, Lauren, I'm 53 years old. You perfectly described how I do burpees, by the way. She's like, I can't do this because of my disability. And I'm like, that's how I do them every day. You know, right into a split jerk. Just no mobility whatsoever.
We had a WOD on Saturday or Sunday, cardio Sunday, that had burpees in it. And round 1 looked normal-ish. Round 2, progressively not okay. Round 3, like, every burpee was like standing up and like staggering to the left, staggering to the right, and our coach was behind us, and she's like, "Can you do it?" And I was like, "Great, we're great. We're over here. We're doing it."
You're like, I need this half of the room to do my burpees. So I don't walk into anyone else. Can you guys all just move over? That'd be great.
We had a qualifier WOD in the open that was fear and burpees to a target. And let me tell you, 2 things that send me over the edge are those 2. So when I saw that workout, I was like, we're going to fall over. We're going to vomit. We're going to have a lot of issues. My poor coach, Amy, was beside me. And I swear, like, she was trying so hard to keep it together. But she was like, Laura, I've never cried during a workout, watching you work out, but I've cried during that. And she's like standing there, like, trying to catch me. And I'm like, we got this. We just have to get through it. And then we had the thruster afterward. And I straight up fell with the it's like, Laura just
your body was just like, no, we're not doing this right now.
She also just prayed I didn't have to repeat it, but
yeah.
Have you been to Wadapalooza before, or is this your first time?
This is my first time. So the games was my very first CrossFit competition.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
LOL.
Wadapalooza will be my second.
Oh, well, you know, you really can't go backwards now. You can't do any local shit because you started so high.
We also joke, I'm like, guys, like, I would probably scare half of the gym. I mean, we had a 15-year, like, affiliate thing, and I would purposely pick the station beside the trash can, and everyone's like, is she good? And I'm like, this is normal. She's fine.
She's fine. At home, she has her own puke bucket. We decorated it for her. Everybody signed it. Like,
well, see, that's the best part. We keep joking that we need to do that.
Yeah.
But right now, it's just like this like yellow concrete contractor bucket. And there was one time we had an in-home comp, and I looked at Taylor, who runs our in-home comps, and I was like, my bucket's not up there. He's like, I put chalk in it. And I was like, oh, sorry to whoever grabs chalk out of that.
Sad for that person's hands.
Yeah,
was very sad for that person's hands. Like, sorry.
Well,
you know,
you're gonna love Wadapalooza. It has a bit of that magic you discussed.
Hell yeah.
It's but in a different way. You know, where the games has the allure of like prestige.
Yeah.
Wadapalooza is a true community event.
Love that.
Like because you just got random CrossFitters competing in divisions right next to elites, and the adaptive competition has been there for years, and so it's just like, it's so normal to see adaptive athletes on the floor with able-bodied athletes side by side, and that part's really cool.
Yeah, well, of course, I love the fact that the wheelchair athletes are there too. Like, they're awesome. Like,
yeah, it gives real festival vibes, which is my favorite part of it. Like, it gives, you know how like at the games, sometimes the most fun is in between events when you're just like wandering vendor village and you're like shoulder to shoulder with someone for an acai bowl, but you just like are just happy to be there. You know what I mean? Like that is like the entire vibe at Wadapalooza, in my opinion. It's just very much lines.
I love that. I'm all for it. Now, John, we started this conversation and we said we were going to hit record, but couldn't start going down this path.
Oh, we're talking about Waza. Yeah. Well, I forgot to see this. I don't know. I forgot to tell you the story, Nikki. This is funny.
What?
So the other day, somebody asked me in my one of those Q&As I was doing, kind of what was next for me. And I just made an offhanded comment that I'm not sure I'm going to any competitions next year. Like I got Wheel Wad coming up. And then after that, I'm not convinced I'm going to anything, including the games. And I get a DM and it says, anything I can do to help you make up your mind here. And I'm like, what the hell, random followers like trying to talk me into going to competitions.
That's a weird line. Just
yeah. And I opened it, and it was Dylan who runs Waza, and I don't really know. Like, I've never really met Dylan. I don't even know if he listens to this, but he follows obviously. And I'm like, oh shit, Dylan, what's up? I'm like, yeah, nothing against your event. You run a great event, and they do. I think Waza's, my opinion, I think it's the best event of the year, bar none.
Yeah. So fun.
But it's just,
so great. Dylan is the best. Fun fact. I don't know if a lot of people know this, but Dylan was one of us. Dylan was an MC. Back in the day, MC and broadcast were the same team, effectively. We had the same, we were all under one umbrella. It's since been split up a little bit. But Dylan was a floor MC forever. And before that, he was an athlete. He was a regionals athlete. Back when regionals was a thing. Yes. And there were events where he couldn't MC because he had qualified. So he's been in the community on every level for 150 years. That's Joe. Very cool. He's 25 years old. He's a baby.
Well, it was very nice for him to reach out. Very nice.
Yeah. And now he runs this wonderful event, and I think he brings so many different perspectives. That's great, John. Let's all go.
It's just funny.
Let's all go.
Why doesn't mean I'm going? It doesn't mean I'm going.
Okay.
No, this is what I was telling Lauren off air, and I'm seriously considering this. After this year, I've started thinking all these trips are very expensive, and they take a lot of time. And the money part I can deal with, but my time is really valuable to me these days. More so now than it ever has been. And so I'm thinking, what do I truly get out of these things besides an ego boost? And I don't want to be that guy that's needs somebody to tell me how much they love me all the time. That's the best part of going for me is people stopping and want to take photos and they're nice to me, and I get to talk to people and hear their stories and all that stuff is super cool. And I'm crazy grateful for it. But I sit there and wonder, am I going because of that? Because I don't think that's why I should go. I don't.
Why? But I think that's why you go, because you've created your own community that.
Maybe, but but you can't help but take away the pride.
Yeah.
You have 10 people in a row in the same day tell you how much they love you, and then you're just oh, I'm the best, and it's I don't. Be seriously, it just happens, and I don't want to do anything with that. I don't.
Yeah.
Want to become that person, So I'm considering not doing any of them this year. I don't know. We'll see.
What about actually watching the competition? That's a part of it.
Well, that's the thing. I don't see much of the competition when I go. I watched more of the Rogue Invitational this weekend. That was actually more competitive fitness than I saw at the games. It's you just get caught up talking to people, and when I go, and you get this too, Nikki, it's you get and again, super grateful, but you get asked to do stuff with Battle Cancer and Forging Youth Resilience, and all this charity work comes up, and I love doing that stuff. But then your whole week's filled.
Yeah.
And to Lauren's point, then I go home and I can't do anything for the next month because I'm just wasted from this trip.
Your social battery is run out.
Yeah. And you also then can't go do what you want to go do, which was to just watch CrossFit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got a deal for you.
Oh, here we go.
GoPro on.
Here it comes.
And I'll wear a GoPro the entire time. And I'll have a sign that says John is here. To the GoPro. And then if you're there, you can watch all the CrossFit.
Dude, that works.
That's perfect. That's great.
I might go. I might still go. I love water. If I go to one, it'll be Wadapalooza. I'll choose Wadapalooza over the games. Guaranteed. I love Wadapalooza.
Well, you've got to go to Texas if you're going to.
Well, well, I don't know.
That's right.
Texas is hot, man. And after watching everyone have no fun down in Austin this weekend because of the rain and the humidity, I'm I really don't want to do Texas in the summer.
Yeah, Texas is going to be brutal. brutal. I mean,
Yeah,
I
I mean,
hope
look-
everything is inside.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
gotta
yeah.
be. It's
Yeah,
gotta
yeah.
be.
Yes.
100%. Yeah, yeah. I'm not even questioning that.
I mean, come on, look at me. I'm bald and pasty white. I'll be like a matchstick out in Texas. I'll literally just burst into flames. Swear to God.
Probably would.
We're gonna have to hose
also-
Nikki's husband down with like SPF
can you
10,000 for his pasty ass walking around with those little white legs.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring just a suitcase full
They're
of
full of sunscreen.
of straight up SPF 100 for Matt, and we'll share with like Pat Vellner and anyone else who needs some.
Oh yeah, Pat will definitely.